We are delighted to introduce Buelent, a renowned expert in the Power Apps and a visionary in the app design and the development. With a rich backgrounds in creating and innovation solutions within the Power Platform, Buelent has a deep understanding of how effectively utilize the Plant Designer to streamline app creation and enhance the user experience. In this session, Buelent will take through the functionalities and the benefits of the Plant Designer of the Power Apps. He will share his insight on the best practices, design strategies, and the practical tips to help you to leverage these powerful tools to the fullest potential. Please join me welcoming Bluent as he share his knowledge on Plant Designer of Power Apps. Over to you, Bluent.
Awesome. Thank you very much. And great to be back here on Apocalypse for such a long time. So it's really cool. So the topic which I want to present today is about the plan design. And this is really brand new. And as you can see on my screen already, it's in preview. And it will got more rich features introduced during Microsoft Build in 2 or 3 weeks when 3 weeks when Build is just coming up. So the Plan Designer is Microsoft's answer of a strategy of making it more easy to build Power Apps, or more specifically Canvas apps. So I think one of the things end users are struggling are how to build a good data model, right? In Dataverse, this is challenging for end users, but at the same time also how to build a good Canvas app. So can these kind of things be automated? And Microsoft answer to this is with a plan designer, we put more or less a streamlined way of how you can build these things from the beginning to the end. Is this in preview? So there will be not really some best practices for that. So these are the things which we will collect in the upcoming months. But what we can see so far is that we see in which direction Microsoft wants to go, and they're putting a lot of effort into this. So, but first, theory. So the plan designer works in Copilot like the other things as well. You make a plan. So this is something which we just do, as a system integrator, that we just also make plan with clients as well before we start building something. So the typical answer of this is you're using Copilot for that. And we will use that in a short demo as well to see how this works. So once you just do this and enter these description. So there are some examples which you can use, but today we will have also a specific example how we want to use this. Then you do have so-called plan agents which work for you in the background. So the one is a requirement agent which analyze what could be your business problems, and based on that he will just write this down like a business analyst would do this, or functional consultant in a company. Then there would be a data agent who just looks and build for you the data structure in the background for you. And at the end, then there will also be a solution agent which just puts more or less everything together, the needs, the process, the data, and so on. And we will see how this works. So this is a picture which I will show you then in the live demo, how this all works. This as well, you see this is good described here. And if you just go in, and this is something which is not new, which now exists since a couple of months now, but now it's also out of the preview. This is, how you can now visualize, your tables in Dataverse. And this is also a big part of the plan designer as well. So now a lot of these things, it's interesting, but now let's just skip the theory and just go into the plan design. So let's make it a little bit bigger so everyone can see it. So at least me without glasses, obviously. So this is something new on the left side. So this is new. If it doesn't show up at you, as I said, it's in preview. I have a US tenant in that case. That's why it shows up. If it doesn't show up in your specific German tenant, for example, it might be that's because of it hasn't been there yet. So, but on a US tenant, you can definitely test these things out. So what I have is you have a typical creative plan, but I also have a plan created, a training planner. But today I just want to make it with you to create a plan. So how I can just do this? So I can just go in here, and now I'm just describing now my business problem. So I just have created something. I'm visiting the gym again. So, but I don't want to spend endless money on a gym trainer there, and for personal training. So why can't I use Copilot for this, for example, or at least Copilot builds me the app so I can just really have a planner for all the exercises in the gym. So now I'm just typing on generate. So what's now happening is now it just generates you the user requirements. So first of all, the business problems, this is what I just have written down. Then the proposal of that plan, you see already, this is automatically been written down there. So now it just writes you down user requirements. First of all, there's a persona, a gym member, so a person who uses the gym and follows the training programs. And as a user, I need to. And if you know in the consulting business, these kind of things should not be unfamiliar to you. So view my training program so I know what exercises to perform, track my progress so I can see improvements over the time, etc., etc. So, and what you can also do is once you're just happy with this, you can say either it looks good, but it also allows you to edit it. So for example, if I'm not happy with something, I can click on the edit button and I can just add something which I also want to have in there as well. So because Copilot sometimes just don't guess everything what I most probably need or on our client side. That's why it just gives us the ability. You can also delete these kinds if you don't are happy with these kind of things. So now at this moment, I just leave it as it is. So just to save us some time, let's say it's okay. What you can also see, I can also add some more user roles and so on. So this is the same typical things which you usually do is when you have a client project, just to find these things out. Let me keep this one and I say it looks good. So what's happening is now, as I said here, these are the agents which are just working in the background. So the first one was a requirement agent. Now the data modeling is just happening. And as you can see, the data model just has been created. So at least, it can be created in that form. So gym member, fitness trainer, training program, exercise, etc., etc. So and if you just scroll down this one, and then you see that this is currently being generated. So it's not ready yet. So I just can't go in. You can see also that generating the data model as well. So now it's been finished and it really works fast. I can tell you a couple of weeks ago when I was testing the very first time, it was pretty slow. So I'm really happy to have that kind of progress. So if I click on show details, then I'm just coming to that page where I can see the data model to how the tables are connected to each other. So the relationship between all the tables. So now I can also scroll in and zoom in, and then based on that, I can just do also my magic. If I'm not happy with that, I can also say I can view my options, row membership, the properties, or maybe I'm just not happy and I can just model. If you just go, for example, for the exercise and view the data, what happened as well is, this is a good thing on Copilot. It also brings you in the exercises as an example there. So push-ups, squats, planks, all the things which I really not like to do, but it's necessary for a healthy thing, obviously. So, and then you can also, add here much more data if needed, based on that, let's say I'm happy with all the things and it looks good, then the last agent is now kicking in. The last agent is now just checking, what kind of technology we might use. So the plan designer is not only focused on Power Apps, it also focuses on some flows in the background as well. So it also integrates Power Automate. So let me see how this looks like. So it just adds me here now, or suggests me a gym member training app, and then he also suggests me for maintaining the data in the background, a model-driven app, for a fitness trainer management app, then an exercise instruction app. I'm not sure if this all makes sense or if you can put this all more into one app, at least the 2 or 3 things. But you can also see a workout notification flow. So it reminds you have to go to the gym, and all that kind of stuff. Trainer feedback flow as well, motivational message flow. Come on, you can make it. You can lose it, right? And all that kind of stuff. So you can see if you're happy with these kind of things, you click on looks good. And now this is the end. So nothing has been created yet. Now it starts to create the objects. But before you do need to save the tables first. So it just guides you step by step what to do. So we all know physically nothing has been, really saved in Dataverse. I'm just doing this now by this. And I'm just saying it it also suggests me now gym exercise plan to save that into a solution. I say yes in that case. I take it because I just want to get guided. I'm not objecting anything. And then once it's been saved, then it should work. So I don't know how long this process will work, but I can just go back in that kind. And I already had a training planner done before. And once I just did this, we can also look into this example. So it's the same purpose, it has user requirements, it has my data model created, and has also the technology behind. And then there's also a trainer planning app. And because I don't know how long this will take, let me just go to the app and then let me see. I think it's this one. So let me just jump in here. I'm signed off. That's always great just to see this one. Let me try it again. You see how well prepared I am. So let me just type this in. So, oh, here we go. And now you see, then try it again. So these are, let me just make it a little bit bigger. So I have some trainings, trainers, attendees. So these are the things which Copilot has created previously. I have done nothing on this. This has been all automatically done. So, but now let's just check now. Maybe we have just some luck that already the plan designer already have created these things. Let me just go in to my plans and let me see and quickly check. So it's still analyzing my plan, but it just put everything into a solution. Maybe technology, it looks good. So create an object and customize that, then select create. Okay, let me see. So I'm just jumping into this one here. And this is now the solution which have been then created. So you see the plan there in this case, but it's, I just still need to create it. Okay, the table have been saved. So select create. If I could see the create button there. So let me see. This is where I can just do this. Okay, here we go. This is the create button. So the UI is changing frequently. So what you see now, what I've seen 3 weeks before when I just create that one, that changes frequently. It's a preview. So it's far away from using in a productive production environment, but these things will also then come. So now it's just loading me this app. And let's see how this looks like. So currently, all the Canvas apps looks like the same, if you ask me. It's the same view at the moment. So this is more or less the same template, which is, but this is already working. This is the only thing what you need just to do is just to modify it and customize it a little bit more. So what you see is now, let me just make this a little bit bigger just to fit this in. So gym members, training program, working sessions, process log. So if you're a gym member, then you see the typical way of how it's been created. It's not very attractive to me, to be honest, because it's just a gallery, what we just see at the moment, but it works. It's just a beginning. You can just go click on the home button and you just come back. So from an eye candy perspective, the Canvas app just doesn't look very attractive, but it just fulfills the purpose, and you haven't done anything else. You only have described, and the agent just did that, in the background. So now just imagine when we just progressing throughout the year, how much better this will be, and maybe you can also influence which template you want to use, how this can look like in the future, and etc., etc. But as I said, we're in the beginning with the plan designer. Microsoft is investing a lot of time, and yeah, that's all it from my side.
Thank you, Buelent and Aloha Guy, for sharing the valuable insight on the Plant Designer for the Power Apps. Your expertise and the guidance are greatly appreciated. So, to our audience, if you found this session helpful, please like, share, and the subscribe to our channel for the more informative content like this. Thank you again.